The business has sort of ebbed and flowed with respect to its marketing strategy. I have taken a lot of pride over the years in not having a marketing strategy because the best thing is for not to have to ask or market at all, right? Because people just come to you. But that definitely has its limits, and if you don't have a brand, it's even harder. So we've had full-time marketing resources on 2 occasions. And some of the challenges I found with that approach was it really depended on the kind of person that you got. Was this person a sort of a brand person? Were they a coordination person? Were they operational? And certainly you're not going to hire a full-time art director. So, you sort of got a certain kind of person on the team. And then, the best thing was they brought with them the relationships they knew, graphic design people, so forth. So it was risky in that respect. And then their particular network was really important. What was really attractive to me is this idea of a composite FTE, because I can make the budget for this person, and the reason I would do this over just hiring it myself was that I can get 20% art director, 50% marketing coordinator, and hopefully 20% of some other kind of marketing function that I couldn't otherwise access this way. And as a small business, that was highly attractive. What I liked about the process, is that we were dealing with specialists. It wasn't sort of somebody who did 10 things and today was their time to do this, right? So that's one of the value propositions I find with Inside Out House. You've got specialists for these areas, and they had a framework, and that framework caused us to walk through all the important elements of a marketing strategy. I mean, a lot of the stuff I thought it was in my head, and it was a good way to get it out there. But in other areas, you brought marketing metrics that I didn't know about, and it opened my eyes to things, and I definitely learned along the process, and it really helped get us to the distillation of what is our brand values. One of the objectives we agreed was to develop a marketing strategy that decoupled the success of the business with how many coffees I can have, which was incredibly important in a COVID world, but also just it's a really limitation of the business. I was very happy with where we got to at the end, and it, I think, set us up for how do we communicate the brand, how do we differentiate a lot of really important things in your messaging that if you don't have clear and they're not aligned, you're just never going to communicate effectively through any sort of digital marketing or any sort of communication, really. One of the key solutions that we agreed to implement was this monthly content cycle that could be leveraging what we've produced, the thought leadership, turned into a bunch of online collateral, culminating eventually into a webinar, and then all of the follow-on that could go along with that. And it's exactly what I've been trying to do since I started the company, but has always fallen down because I have been the one who had to write these things. So we together identified how can we actually get somebody else to do the writing, really relieve me from having to be the block, and really leverage it with the power of the digital platform. And so we've gotten 2 of those out. We're in the process of a 3rd, and I think we've exceeded my expectations, at least in terms of how many people show up for those webinars. It's already paid dividends in that respect, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it pays as we develop an issue. Thought leadership in all of the different domains that we operate in. I had previously gone with where I used to work and where I sort of grew up, because I really liked their approach. They're very publishing focused, a lot of oil and gas imagery, and in a lot of ways, although the company may have been started in a similar image, we very much have carved off our own particular niche and our own sort of identity and our own culture to then parlay that into this brand identity that we could look and say, hey, that really does reflect the kind of work we do. We're very technology focused, very cutting edge, and to have Inside Out House work with us to really visualize that, imagine that, and then to make it concrete was I think a very powerful experience. We have had some success in people reaching out to us, high quality candidates, which was another part of marketing. It's not all just about sales. It's also about attracting high caliber talent. I do like the value proposition. I like the people that I'm able to work with, and so I really am always looking for reasons to work with you guys. And part of that sometimes is trying to right size what we're doing and ensuring that what we're focusing on is what I find to be the most valuable. But I see it as it's got all of the hallmarks of a long-term relationship, and I think you guys can get us further than we could get on our own. And I'm looking forward to seeing how much how we realize all the potential of this business by leveraging all your skills and expertise and technologies to help us achieve that.